Bitcoin crashed hard. Hey guys, what's going on? Jeb here. And in today's video, a major crash on Bitcoin is being spurred along by fear over the United States CPI data coming out tomorrow, and the fact that the interest rates are going to stay the same and they may even increase over the next few meetings. Across the board, a multitude of cryptocurrencies are down by over a quarter in just the last week, and we're watching as the bottom has been falling out of the Bitcoin market over the last 7 days. Today, I'm going to explain exactly why that crash is occurring and where Bitcoin is going next. If you want to know what happens next to your favorite cryptocurrency and how we can still possibly be charting a course towards $153,000, then you found the right video. So without much further ado, let's go ahead and dive right on into it. Last week ended with a crash on Bitcoin, dropping us from around $72,000 all the way down to $68,300 in the span of 6 short hours. This $3,600 crash stoked fear in the market, and very quickly Bitcoin would fall below a critical uptrending level of support, and over the last 24 hours Bitcoin has dropped another several thousand dollars, $4,100 in less than 24. This brings the total correction on Bitcoin currently to $5,854 over the last 4.5 days. 2 points. Number one, Bitcoin has dropped below a very important uptrending level of support, which means it'll probably drop lower, and I'm about to show you exactly where it's heading next. The second point, however, is that Bitcoin, after hitting that level, is likely going to form a huge inverse head and shoulders pattern that points at $87,000. So let's unpack. You see, there's a beautiful thing that happens in bull markets, and it's called the cyclical nature of bull markets. A traditional bull market in Bitcoin is a series of smaller rallies broken up by large and sometimes lengthy periods of consolidation. So far in this Bitcoin bull market, we have been through one and a second two major upswings. The first correction after our first upswing was a sideways trading event that lasted over 7 months. Now we stand at a crossroads with Bitcoin having rallied almost $50,000 in less than 6 months, 200% to the upside, and of course Bitcoin needs to consolidate. A massive rally like that requires massive consolidation, and while we've only dropped 22%, it makes sense that we could stay down here below 73,000 for many months more. But I'm about to show you why $73,000 could be broken sooner than you might think, even as soon as late July, so here's why. Remember to our 2 points. The first point is that Bitcoin could well drop lower than it is right now. We have currently set support at roughly $66,000, which is a level of support that is very important in the recent history of Bitcoin. We have set it as support over and over and over again, and as resistance a multitude of times as well. So it stands to reason that we would fall down here because this is actually the bottom of a trading channel that Bitcoin finds itself in at present. Should we bounce from here, which is possible, Bitcoin will likely then break further to the upside, breaking $73,000, and we'll rally up towards about $85,000 as a result of the bull flag playing out. On the other hand, should Bitcoin drop below $66,000, the next level of support would likely be down here at $64,000, which would also represent another level of support that Bitcoin has put in motion a multitude of times. $64,360 is the next level, and that's where Bitcoin might be heading soon. If it does that, however, our first point concluded, we'll move on to our second point, which is very bullish. Clearing our chart here, you can see that if Bitcoin did fall all the way back down to about $64,000, then we would be building a right shoulder. We already have a left shoulder and we already have a head, so we would be building an inverse head and shoulders pattern. That inverse head and shoulders pattern would have a peak down here at $56,000 and a neckline here at $72,000, and so our price target would be drawn as follows. If we extrapolate that price target, then that gives Bitcoin a price target of $90,000, and based on how long the shoulders last, typically they're about the same amount of time, we could be seeing that rally beginning as early as June. A breakout above $74,000, therefore, is likely to be coming in Q3. We've always expected that Bitcoin was going to rally to well over $100,000. We've just been wondering exactly how. We attempted to rally all the way back up to $73,000. It didn't work. What did happen is we hit $72,000, and we're also not seeing the floor completely fall out from Bitcoin. $6,400, definitely a crash. Not big enough to say the bull market is over. It's actually relatively healthy. It shows that people are taking profits, and the people that are up 10x or 3x or 4x on their Bitcoin are now selling to people that are now going to have to hold it for much longer to see profit, which means that the people that are weak hands because they've just quadrupled their money are now no longer the same people that are holding the Bitcoin. The people that are holding the Bitcoin now are investors that are speculating that's going to go to 100 or 150 or 200, and that's when they're going to sell. So many of the bears at this point in time, while we're trading sideways, are becoming bulls because they are shifting out of Bitcoin positions that are profitable into other positions that they're now going to hold for a season. That's where we get our concept of the altcoin engine, and that is part of the reason why this sideways action is so bullish for Bitcoin. It is being caused by people that are in a lot of profit selling their asset to somebody else who is now going to need to hold it for a lot longer to see profit. That's why sideways action leads to uptrends, and we are seeing a lot of sideways action right now. A lot of people that are in a lot of profit taking the profit and turning back into long-term bulls. I still firmly believe a $100,000 Bitcoin will be coming this year, and a rally above $80,000 very well may be starting soon. This also has something to do with the United States stock market, and this is where things could go sideways. You see, tomorrow, the Federal Open Market Committee is going to be meeting, and they're almost certainly not going to be moving interest rates. But the issue comes with the next Federal Open Market Committee meeting on the 31st of July, 2024. Right now, it's projected they're not going to move interest rates, but that entirely depends on what happens with CPI data, which, funnily enough, is actually coming out tomorrow as well. This is the first time in years that we're seeing the CPI data and the FOMC decision come out on the same day, so tomorrow is going to be a very big day, and it's probably part of the reason that we're having a crash right now. Pre-announcement jitters. People don't know whether or not CPI is going to be bullish or not, so they're selling the rumor. But if we don't have a bad CPI report, if these numbers, core and headlines, stay the same at 3.4 and 3.6%, then that is likely going to lead to a buy the news event. Sell the rumor, buy the news, instead of buy the rumor, sell the news. It may be that tomorrow Bitcoin bounces and rebounds slightly because the FOMC meeting has decided the interest rate and because the Bureau of Labor Statistics has come out with their CPI data. Needless to say, Bitcoin could crash down to about $62,000 to $64,000 over the course of the next few weeks as a result of this drop, putting fear into the market and the altcoins just kind of falling off a cliff. On the other hand, this could just be a sell the rumor event, and we're going to buy the news tomorrow when CPI data and FOMC announcement come out and Jerome Powell speaks. We're going to have to wait and see, and I will keep you guys updated with your daily dose of cryptocurrency. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to support the channel by signing up for Crypto.com. You see, Crypto.com is the #1 place in the world to invest in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. You can do your recurring purchases over here, and there are also all kinds of ways to generate money. Here in the rewards program, you can make all kinds of money in the loyalty program. You can earn up to 10% on stable coins, which is awesome. Great place to park your dry powder. You can even get up to 8% back in CRO when using the Crypto.com Visa card. You can get up to $200 for every referral with no limits. And when you go to Crypto Earn, you can put up your Bitcoin and Ethereum and make up to 5% as a standard rate, or up to 7% for the private members of Crypto.com, and generate yield with your Bitcoin and Ethereum. There are so many ways to make money on Crypto.com. Make sure to sign up with the link in the description box down below and join over 100 million users that have already joined. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really does help to support the channel. And before I go, I do just first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching, as always, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace. Oh, I got a real good feeling.